So, oh gosh. If you can scoop that to the front of you, it won't go. There you go.
Okay, how about we first just start with our ranking of what the hotels are.
If somebody was like, this looks awesome, this looks fun, if I have to choose a resort, which one should I go to?
So my number one is Cove Haven.
Yeah. If you want the super original retro vibe of the Cove Haven resorts, I would say the Cove Haven, which is the original. It feels the most intact from like a different age, from like the past, and still so much fun, weird stuff to do.
The gaming warehouse is gigantic.
Yeah.
There's multiple tennis courts that are indoors.
Yeah.
So like,
there's a lot of space.
There's space and options, and I don't think people come here because they want to hang out with other people. They come here because they want to hang out with their significant others.
Right. It felt like we hung out with just each other the whole time.
Yeah, we hung out with just each other. Now we like at night we would go to the night activity and people would congregate for that.
Yeah.
But anytime we wanted to go do something else, it's like
On our own.
we're on our own.
Yeah. I like the roller skating at Cove Haven. Plus you can feed the deer.
Plus you can feed the deer.
Probably go during the summer, just so that you can get to do more of the activities. When it's raining or cold, you're not going to get to do as much outside, and there's a lot of outside stuff.
Yeah. Plus I like the heart-shaped bar. I love Dwayne because he was our first photographer and I just loved him. I think there's still so much vintage and retro stuff there that I just love. Even just like the slide down to the golf stuff, and I recommend getting in-room photos because it's just an experience that comes with the place that's so fun and weird and something that just doesn't happen anymore. I like Pocono Palace a lot though because I love, it might be the Fantasy Apple.
That sounds right. That was the coolest looking hotel room out of all, for sure.
I would love to stay in that room again. It was really cool. If it's someone who wants a very easy vacation where everything's really close by, you don't have to really walk very far, and if you want to rent a golf cart, you can. I'd say Pocono Palace because it feels a little bit more easy to navigate. Everything's really close together, like activity-wise. There's still boating, and there's still great activities, but it's just like a little bit more modern in some ways. Also, I like the Champagne Towers at Cove Haven, but I love the Roman Towers at Pocono Palace because there's a massive window of, a massive window that brings in a ton of natural light, and it's just such a beautiful room, and I'm such a natural light person that seeing that room in a really nice bright light was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Room-wise, those are my two favorite rooms, but I've loved every room we've stayed at Cove Haven. Like, I love all of them. It's just that if you're only going for a room and you want something really intricate and cool, Pocono Palace is my two favorite rooms. But I like being at Cove Haven. Yeah.
Pocono Palace was cool because it had its own private lake.
Yeah.
And so the only people that were operating on the lake were specifically there for all of the attendees of the hotel.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's a much larger, prettier lake at Cove Haven, and you can actually go see like a view of that lake.
The benches.
So I really like that, and I'd like to go out on that boat if they would actually abide by their schedule. But that's kind of part of what the kitsch is here. Is you kind of just don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't know what to plan for.
They're kind of loose, kind of like a small town might close early if there's not enough people. Like the bar might close early if there's nobody there.
Yeah.
And it is kind of summer campy during the summer for sure.
Yeah, it's like a summer camp for romantic adults. I love all of them, but the Cove Haven's my favorite. Pocono Palace, second favorite.
Yeah.
This place is great because it has cool rooms and some cool amenities, but
I don't know why somebody would specifically come here versus the other two when they're all that close to each other.
Yeah. I think for this place, it would just be if you wanted the convenience of where the location is, or if there's like an act that you want to come see here, there's still great room options, but I think the real personality is Cove Haven. Pocono Palace can also be like a great spot.
You know what? The band last night ruled.
Oh yeah, the band is awesome.
So if they have a residency here, that's definitely worth coming for checking out.
Since I'm someone who's really into vintage stuff,
Mhm.
retro vibes, I obviously love a place like this.
Mhm.
A place like Cove Haven is like, oh, of course I love it. I think some people wouldn't love it because that's not their vibe, and also they might think it's weird that like it's
Mhm.
some middle of nowhere.
It's definitely weird.
Yeah, it's something I've never experienced. It feels like a dream. It feels like another world. It feels like when I'm here, if I didn't have my phone on me, I'd forget what life I actually live.
Mhm.
Like I feel like no one knows where we are, and no one would find us if we disappeared.
Yeah, especially in these rooms that have no windows.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's weird. So not everyone would love it, but I do. What? How do you feel about Cove Haven? Like, do you actually enjoy it, or are you like, I do this because you like it?
The number one reason why I like coming here is because I know how happy it makes you. So that's why I like going here, is I like seeing you really excited. One of my favorite aspects of here is that I'm not afraid of there being a ton of people and there being crowds here.
It's actually nice that there are not crowds.
There's no crowds here. It's far enough away that it takes effort to get here. Even things that are 2 hours outside of Los Angeles, people aren't willing to go to because it just takes effort. The things that you can just go right up to are the things that everybody can do. When you can just pull right up to something and take a picture at it, then everybody does it. But that's part of what the appeal of a place like this is you have to go out of your way. You drive down a bunch of 20-mile-an-hour roads on your way into these resorts. It does just make me smile in a lot of ways. This weird spot is so not us, but that's kind of what makes it us.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I don't necessarily feel like, oh man, we fit in here, but I feel like at the same time, like, this is the most perfect place ever. And it might just be because nobody here is trying to be very cool.
Nobody here is trying to be cool at all.
And it's really fun.
No.
Nobody here is taking an Instagram photo and hashtagging it up. People aren't here to be seen and to be like, to be a show. They are here to just be them with their other half and just enjoy themselves.
You can't fake that, the sincerity of how they...
Oh, it's the most sincere place I've ever been. I am excited to have friends here eventually because it does feel like somewhere that would be really fun to hang out with people we know. But at the same time, it's totally fine and fun without anyone else.
It's kind of like really connecting and liking a movie or a restaurant that you know won't be for everybody, but you know it's going to be for you, and you enjoy the heck out of it every time you're there. And it's okay that other people aren't going to like it, but it means something to you, and it feels great to you. And so,
who cares?
Who cares? Bye. Address this camera and say bye.
Bye.